Hey, it's Dr. Meredith Watson, Doctor of Chinese Medicine, holistic therapist, psychoneuroimmunologist. I encourage people in their endeavor to understand, heal their physical and emotional pain so they can remove obstacles in their way of having health, wealth, and living an orgasmic life. I create the environment to accomplish this via individual and group coaching in my community as well as digital course options. So today we're going to talk about, are you addicted to your lifestyle? Have you ever seen a drug addict, or are you familiar with a person with an alcohol problem? Have you seen their struggles? These people are hard pressed to get away from those drugs. They need support networks and strong counseling just to get through the day. Now, of course, these are very strong physical dependencies. A lifestyle addiction would be classified as a psychological dependency. It would be needing your husband or wife when they decided they wanted to leave you, like telling you you need them, they can't leave. And you know that you shouldn't care and that you should just let go, but you can't. And you can't figure out why. Or take, for example, losing weight. And often, when you can't lose the weight or you fall into a category, you say you've been on an exercise or diet plan for 3 days, but you break the plan on the third day. A drug addict would call this a relapse, right? So you can see where I'm going here. The justification of an addiction. Let's classify an addiction using these assumptions. An addiction is something that you don't see as a problem, or you get angry when someone else does. Like the doc says, "Oh, Bob, you need to lose 20 pounds or so." An addiction is a rut that you can't get out of. I just don't have the time, or you completely deny the addiction. An addiction is something that harms you in the long run but is satisfying in the short run, like that chocolate cake that looks so delicious. An addiction is a problem that you can't change because of willpower. I just can't seem to get motivated. An addiction is something that's too tough to change. 20 pounds, I'll never be able to lose that much. Face it. If you need to stop an addiction, codependency, but just can't take the time to get around to it, you're addicted. It's an ugly truth, but you have to look at it for what it is. After all, who wants to be labeled an addict, alcoholic, psycho, or anything like that? Nobody. But the premise is still the same. The ugly truth is still here no matter whose glasses you look at the world through. Addiction is a serious matter, and it is about time you look at it that way. The sheer fact that you might be having trouble doing it just reinforces this even more so. Look at your life and your journey. Don't lie to yourself anymore. If a doctor told you that you would die tomorrow if you didn't lose at least 20 pounds, if you didn't get at least 30 minutes of exercise today, would you go about your day and ignore the doctor, thinking they don't know what they're talking about anyway, obviously? Or would you immediately rearrange your day and find a way to get it done? Think about all the above definitions before you answer. I'd like to think you'd get off your butt and do something. After all, in this particular case, it's a matter of life and death. So what are you going to do? I want to help. I'm Dr. Meredith Watson, unapologetic therapist, creator of the Phoenix Therapy Method and the concept modality. And I really endeavor to help people. I'm a Phoenix rising homeschooling single mom who loves the beach, mountains, sleep, food. I teach all kinds of things about creating businesses, creating a life you love, creating wealth generation, talking about how to get rid of your pain, mental and physical, codependency, addiction, all of the things. Be rich, stop codependency, stop addiction. Those are the things that I get really passionate about. But what most people don't know is I had an addiction myself. So I know exactly how it must feel, how it does feel. A few years ago, I was trapped in the exact same situation. I felt like I was spinning my life on a hamster wheel, and every night as I went to sleep, a little piece of me died. The expectations that I put in onto others had taken a huge toll on my life, both mental and physical. My addiction to relying on outside love, validation, belonging, acceptance, aka codependency, just to get through the day, put in a serious effort to kill me. But I was stronger. So I survived knowing I had nowhere to go but up. My life had been filled with so many obstacles that I couldn't find a light at the end of the tunnel, but I knew that I had to change, and I wanted to change for my family, who brought a whole new meaning and joy to my life. And I'm proof that you can pull ourselves out of anything, overcome any adversity that life throws our way. That's essentially why I became a doctor. And I've made it my life's mission to provide the kind of healing to others that I so badly needed in my darkest hour. Change the course of your life for the better in a confidential, non judgmental container. Navigate through life, creating a life you love, building a business, and cultivating wholesome, holistic health. Do you ever find yourself craving for love from other people, craving for that validation, or yearning to belong to a certain group, fit into a certain mold? Or however your addiction relates to you. It could be very depressing to wake up every morning wishing that people would like you more and accept you for who you are, truly at the core. But the good news is your best life still awaits. There is no one size fits all solution to life. However, there is an individual path for everyone to feel healthy, discover a sense of purpose, experience personal growth and wealth. It just takes the right person and the right approach. And whether it's a nudge in a certain direction, defining specific goals, creating passion based businesses, recovering from pain, trauma, addiction, I really want to help you and be the light in the journey as you go forward and create everything you've ever wanted. But it's your choice to have a great life every single day. It's a choice. Nobody can make it for you. And I offer counseling. I want you to message me where you want advice, and I'll reply with relevant custom resources to help you so that you can overcome all the pain and addiction and codependency that is plaguing your life so that you can live a life you love and love the life you live. I'll put the information in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful night, morning, evening, wherever you are.